What's up, guys? We got one here from The Wall. Why men stop dating modern women. Before we get into it, I wanted to address a couple things I've been seeing in the comments. Be my one and only time I'm going to address the haters and the comments that I've been seeing. First one, glasses. I'm not getting rid of them. I wear them because I value my eyesight, and I sit in front of a computer at least 12 hours a day. And within my family, we have a history of eye health issues. So sorry, they're not coming off. You don't like the reflection in them. I don't know what to tell you. Go outside and touch some grass. There's been some comments about my microphone. Replace it and get a podcast microphone. I do have a podcast microphone. I did have some audio issues. I did fix those audio issues. It turned out it wasn't a microphone cable or anything or settings. It was a different hardware issue. Got it taken care of. All is happy. Audio sounds much better. The comments about me sounding like I'm in a Zoom meeting. Clearly, you don't sit in Zoom meetings every day like I do. Otherwise, that comment would be moot. Last one, I've noticed the way I say some words, insinuating that I don't know how to pronounce certain words, breaking words down, things like that. Yes, I like to say hypergamy and not the other way. And I'm going to continue to say hypergamy. I'm going to say segs. I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to say, how I want to say it. And I know I am saying it wrong. And there's a reason why I say it wrong, because I do test a lot of these words on another channel that I test. And if you understand YouTube's back end with YouTube's algorithms and their checking, it will flag certain words. And as long as certain words continue to get flagged, I will continue to say them in different ways. So the channel doesn't get flagged. The videos don't get flagged. The videos don't get pulled, all that fun stuff. And if you don't like it, I really don't know what to tell you either. Go start your own channel, say the things that you want to say, and then you can go deal with all the bureaucracy that YouTube places on you based on these specific channels. Anyways, sorry for everybody else that has to hear this little rant, but it's the one and only time I'll address the haters with their stupid stuff. Is what it is. Anyways, enough of this rambling. It's been a hell of a fucking day for me, but let's get this video going and get this knocked out.
This is me before therapy. Plot twist, I made my therapist cry. Does this mean like I won therapy? I didn't cry the whole time, but she cried. So, I don't really know what to do with this information. I'll see her again in 2 weeks.
So you made your therapist cry. I don't know if I should congratulate you or be concerned, because that's not winning therapy. That's just proving we're all stuck on this emotional hamster wheel. Your therapist is supposed to be able to guide you through these issues, but instead it seems like you broke her. But hey, don't worry. In 2 weeks, you'll see if she's still available to listen to you or if she's updating her resume and moving on. Anyways, next.
The men still don't understand that women are 4 different people every month. And it's not even our fault. If you want to enjoy your life a whole lot more, learn this, because it will change your whole dang life. Women have 4 different personalities because there are 4 weeks in a month and 4 different hormonal changes. One is the follicular. I don't know how to freaking say it. She just got off her period. She's more independent, outgoing. This is where I get an entire month's work done in 7 days. I'm really positive and I'm having the best day ever. Week 2 is ovulation. This is when we are most likely to get pregnant. Also, when our body really wants to get pregnant. I also like to be alone more. Maybe that's just me. Week 3, we become a witch of a person. You will do nothing wrong, but I freaking hate you. If you couldn't tell, that is exactly the hormonal week I'm in right now. I want to punch someone in the face for literally no reason. Finally, week 4, you're bleeding, and all you want is cuddles and flowers and chocolates, and you better do it. So the next time you call your girlfriend crazy, don't you freaking dare. Because it's not her fault that her body is 4 different people. Now you know how to track the freaking cycle. You're welcome. Love you.
I think I'll say you're crazy. Very crazy. I mean, we got the hormonal roller coaster. 4 women for the price of 1. Jesus. I mean, ladies, if you're literally confessing that your behavior is about as predictable as the weather app, maybe cut the drama when men say they don't understand. I mean, meanwhile, we're over here dodging mood swings like Neo in the Matrix. And for men being the dramatic ones, no. God, no. I guess the pro tip for men would be is track the cycle, guys. I mean, it's like having a cheat sheet to she's mad but doesn't know why. I mean, at least now we know PMS doesn't stand for please make sense. Anyways, next.
A husband boarded his flight and left his wife when she insisted on getting Starbucks at the airport. In a Reddit post, the husband explained that he and his wife are going to visit his 21-year-old daughter who is at college. The couple usually visits her a couple times a semester, but they live on the West Coast and her school is on the East Coast. The husband says that he is very type A, but his wife, who's the daughter's stepmother, is the complete opposite and has a very go-with-the-flow attitude. The couple managed to make the first flight on their journey, but things fell apart when it came to their connecting flight. They got to the terminal and had about 15 minutes before the last leg of their journey. The wife wanted coffee and the husband offered to get it from the market right next to their gate. But she insisted on going to Starbucks, which was on the other side of the airport. He told her that she didn't have enough time, but she didn't care and went anyways. As they were boarding, he called her 4 times to ask where she was, and she finally answered on the 4th call saying that she was on her way to the terminal and that the Starbucks line was long. After the gate attendant said they couldn't hold the flight, the man went and boarded the plane, straight up leaving his wife behind. He told her to buy a ticket for the next flight and that he'd see her when she arrived at the stepdaughter school. But this wife had nothing to say to her husband. After a week of the silent treatment, she told him that it was wrong for him to have boarded the flight and let her go on a separate flight. But ultimately, the wife is responsible for her own actions and time management. The husband also has a responsibility to be there for his daughter when he says he'll be there. The wife was only thinking about herself in this situation when she made him decide between her and his child when she decided that coffee was more important. Who do you think was wrong in this situation?
I think I've commented on this one before, but I know I've seen this particular story multiple times. And she is wrong in this situation because she prioritized her overpriced bean juice over making a flight. She didn't care about the husband and his daughter. It was all about her. I mean, he boarded because him being a dad trumps her Starbucks fix that she wanted. I mean, he's a type A husband. She's the type always late wife. And she's mad because he refused to sacrifice his punctuality on the altar of her poor time management. Basically, I think she was upset that he chose his daughter over her, as well as he should. Here's the reminder: marriage is a partnership, not a babysitting service. And fun fact, the average person spends 2 to 3 years of their life waiting in lines, and maybe she could use that next flight delay to rethink her priorities.
This question is for the men. Why are you so dramatic? So dramatic when we ask to do a simple task around the house. This goes out to the husbands. Men, husbands. I ask my husband, can you sweep and mop? Please. I'll do the bathrooms. He said, no problem. I was like speechless. He didn't fight me on it. 4 days later, this shows up.
This is just like a man, and I don't mean that in any sort of negative tone. I mean that in a very good tone, because men are logical thinkers and they're really good at coming up with good solutions. So honestly, I don't see any drama going on here. I just see a whole lot of logical thinking from a very smart man that likes to work smarter, not harder.
Just sweep and mop, she says, and then acts shocked that we take the initiative. I mean, men here are simple, and we think, let's do it better. And 4 days later, bam, he just didn't mop. He bought himself a damn Roomba. And I gotta say, I have one, and they're absolutely amazing. I have that thing kick off. It vacuums and mops the downstairs floors because it's all hardwood. And I come home, the floors are nice and clean, especially now in the wintertime with it raining, dogs going outside and coming in, tracking footprints and dirt. Just send that thing off and tell it to go do what it needs. And it frees me up a good 35, 40 minutes every day. But ladies, do you want initiative or not? You can't have it both ways. And a fun fact is married men do 7 hours more housework per week than single men. I mean, go figure. And we're out here sweeping, but apparently it's not the way that meets the mysterious approval standards. Thus is why we end up doing more work, because we have to go back and do it again and again and again because it's not the way that you want it.
No hate to the person who left this comment, but when you do online dating and you meet idiots, you get this all the time. People will say, oh, you have to get off the dating apps, they're terrible, start meeting men in real life. Well, let me tell you, the men in real life are not much better. The last guy that asked for my number, I met him at the gym. We were texting for like a week, and then I got a message from an unknown number that said, why have I just found your number in my boyfriend's phone then? And it turns out the guy was on holiday with his long-term girlfriend and their 3 children. And I met him at the gym. And then the last guy that I ever went on a date with, my friend set me up with him. So it was like a real life blind date. And we went to the cinema on a first date, wouldn't advise that. And he tried touching me here, here and here when we hadn't even kissed and hadn't even had a cuddle. So yeah, just because you meet a guy in real life does not mean he's going to be any better than the men on the apps, unfortunately.
So dating apps suck, but guess what? So does the gym, the bar, and the random dude your friend sets you up with. I mean, the moral of the story is modern dating is a dumpster fire, no matter the platform. Men are labeled creeps for saying hi and then ghosted for not saying it. And meanwhile, Tinder's making billions off of swipe addiction. There's roughly 62% of the dating app users are men. So, but as for the women, choose wisely. It just seems like you're chasing after Chad and not after a good guy. But hey, passport bros are laughing their way to their traditional cultures now. Most men are opting to go their own way or just opting out of dating. Anyways, next.
I cannot stand, and I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, men engineers. And I mean that with my full chest. I don't know if you don't want to listen to me because I'm a woman. I don't know if you don't want to listen to me because I'm younger than you. I don't know if you're just actually that bad at your job, but I am sick of going into meetings where I have to defend the data I already gave you. Like the data I gave you on May 24th that I said, hey, this isn't going to work. And then on May 28th, hey, this isn't going to work. And then on June 12th, hey, by the way, are we going to fix this? This isn't going to work. And then again on July 8th. And then all of a sudden we get to this week and your flabbers gasted. Timbers shivered because your shit doesn't work. And then I have to go into this meeting and say, you knew that. I told you that. And I have all of these receipts. No wonder it doesn't work. This is not a surprise. Don't bring me in these meetings. I told you.
I'll take this at face value for what you're saying is 100% true. I mean, engineers getting shocked by data you flagged for months. Welcome to corporate where egos outweigh facts. I mean, here's the thing though, it's not a gender issue, it's an incompetence issue. Good engineers fix the problems and bad ones blame the messenger. So maybe instead of ranting, just sit back and let their failure implode and enjoy your told you so moment. But at the same time, I also understand that shit always rolls downhill and she's going to be somebody at the bottom that's going to get splattered with it. You got to have all your ducks in a row. CYA, And anybody notice that Tim's always the scapegoat in these stories? I feel bad for everybody named Tim at this point. Anyways, we have a medley of modern chaos, emotional instability, bad decisions, poor communication, societal collapse, and it's all served with a side of overpriced coffee. Relationships are dying because men are expected to play therapist, handyman, sacrificial lamb, all while women want to live their truth without accountability. I mean, the elites and the corporations have cashed in on this dysfunction, selling feminism, dating apps, and gender wars like hotcakes. You want change? Focus on traditional values, accountability, and mutual respect. Maybe unplug from social media, go out and touch some grass, kick some rocks, breathe some fresh air, because social media is just a breeding ground for delusion. Anyways, guys, it's been one hell of a day for me. I'm gonna call it here. If you like what you've seen, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment below down what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.